The Home Office suspends thousands of asylum hotels for politicians to be able to pay a 110k bill. I'm going to read into this exclusive from the iPaper, you guys. So it says that the former chairman of Singapore's Reform Party is being housed in a hotel for asylum seekers, despite receiving more than £100,000 in financial help from supporters. This is a very interesting story. I'm not quite sure. I understand why someone here who is part of a political party in Singapore is obviously claiming asylum here in the UK, but he's been housed in a hotel for asylum seekers, and yet he's receiving £1,000 in financial help from supporters of his own political party, I suppose, in Singapore. Why does he not have his own home? I think is the general in question. Why does he not have his own accommodation if he's getting money and financial help? This is the thing that I don't understand here. Now, obviously, I don't know as of right now if this man is getting any money from British taxpayers, and if he is, obviously that's out of order. I think it's outrageous considering if he's getting more than £1,000 in financial help from supporters. If, and this is a big if the exclusive article here from the iPaper is true. It certainly does raise some questions, some very, very serious questions. So let's have a read into this exclusive, you guys. So, the Home Office has spent tens of thousands of pounds paying for a senior political figure from Singapore to be housed in a hotel for destitute asylum seekers, despite him receiving more than £100,000 in asylum support. Okay, this is a big red flag here. This is why are we paying tens of thousands of pounds for a senior political figure from Singapore to be housed in a hotel for destitute asylum seeker? Why? The iPaper can reveal that Charles Yeo, a former chairman of Singapore's opposition Reform Party, it's not Reform UK, Reform in Singapore, has been housed with asylum seekers in hotel accommodation since at least December 2023, with the British taxpayer picking up the bill estimated to be around about £40,000. That's not good. We should not be paying that kind of money. Mr. Yeo, a lawyer, is claiming asylum and fighting extradition to his native country, where he faces a legal practice regulatory charge that he claims is trumped up and politically motivated. Mr. Yeo came to the UK in 2022, but was arrested in London and in November before being released on bail to a London hotel after the leader of Singapore's Reform Party, a hedge fund manager, put up £110,000 as security. The revelations will heap further pressure on the government over mounting hotel costs. It has vowed to end the use of them for asylum seekers after the bill reaches around £8 million a day, with predictions that this could soar even higher. The rooms are set aside for migrant arrivals branded as destitute after arriving into the UK with no means of support. In June, the Prime Minister Keir Starmer vowed to end the use of hotels for asylum seekers as they are not good for the taxpayer. And again, there's not enough right now, where you're going to put them all if they're not going to be in hotels. And there have been some ex-RAF bases we put them in, but that's not going to be enough. Alf Meebane, a chairman of Migration Watch UK, said, "The majority of the public think that these hotels are housing people claiming to be fleeing from war-torn countries. If Mr. Yeo's supporters can post a 110,000 surety, they can certainly afford to house him without burdening the British taxpayer." This is the thing that infuriates me the most about this story, if true. Mr. Yeo, 34, has been a vocal critic of Singapore's ruling centre-right People's Action Party and his left-leaning Reform Party, which broke away from the Workers' Party in 2008. Left-leaning Reform Party doesn't sound right to me, but we don't cover Singapore politics here for reference, which aims to promote political, social, and economic reform. Mr. Yeo's bail was paid for by Kenish Janaranaram, the current Secretary General of Singapore's Reform Party, whose late father set it up and who has worked in the finance sector. His arrest warrant states Mr. Yeo is wanted for an alleged offences of carrying on reverse legal activity through a person not entitled to carry on such activities between the 29th of July 2020 and the 30th of November 2020. Mr. Yeo, who strenuously denies the charges, under an electronically monitored curfew to remain at the hotel from midnight to 8 a.m. He is contesting the extraction at a hearing, which will take place in November. Home Office statement said that anyone applying for asylum accommodation will be required to declare all income, personal and business assets, and other forms of support available to them. A Home Office spokesperson has said it has been a long-standing government policy that we do not comment on individual cases. We are legally obliged to support asylum seekers who would otherwise be destitute. When assessing destitution, we look at individual income, assets, and other forms of support. Those who have had adequate accommodation or means of obtaining it will not be eligible for Home Office support. Mr. Yeo was contacted through his lawyers, who said he did not wish to comment. Mr. Jargaron did not answer any questions about the security payment, but replied via the Reform Party saying, Charles stepping down from the Reform Party in 2022. We are therefore unable to help you with your queries. So he left the party as well. I was not aware of until the end there. So he's not even the part of the party, but apparently he's been given a huge amount of money because obviously he received more than £1,000 in financial help from supporters here. But if he has all that money, why are we as taxpayers paying for him if what the I-paper is stating here is true? This raises huge questions. We talk about money not being wasted. Obviously, a lot of money has been wasted with the COVID fraud. Surely has the government not been made aware of the fact that this man is earning this kind of money? Is it the case that they did not do their due diligence background checks on this man, or did they know about this and they still continue to pay him the kind of taxpayer money that allegedly the I-paper is stating in their exclusive here? This is a very big problem here. We talk about a lot of taxpayer money being wasted on certain things. This is definitely one of them, if true. Personally, should he be sent back to his own country? Again, based on this, obviously he's obviously concerned about his safety. He's obviously concerned about his crime, that alleged crime that he's been committed of. But I always say that if you are innocent, then you should face the courts. I don't know how democratically, how legal and how righteous the court systems are in Singapore. I don't know if he would be given a fair trial. I'm not sure about that if we sent him back, because I don't know enough about his case. And I think that context really matters on this. So I can't say whether the man is completely innocent or guilty, although it does stink quite a fair, and I'm going to agree, it does stink quite a fair bit when this man has gotten over £100,000 from financial help from supporters, was a former political party, and yet he's also claiming money from taxpayers to be housed in a hotel, which, by the way, we don't need to be spending that money because he has the money to be able to be in his own accommodation. But what do you guys honestly think about this exclusive? Do you think there's more to this story than we know? Let me know your thoughts and more on this down in the comment section below. Generally curious to hear what you guys think about this. If you found this interesting and informative, hit that like button. We greatly appreciate. Share it across social media. Subscribe if you haven't already. Do check out Rumble and Patreon down below as well. And if you want to financially support me and the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member by clicking the join button literally just below you there. Click join to become a YouTube member. Gets you access to custom emojis, gets you access to the members community post, as well as early access for additional content. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.